There are many other options than taking up a student loan. Oga, is going to affect you. The moment you land in that country, the moment you step your feet in that country, that's when you begin to pay up that loan. Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel, and this is a topic that I should have brought up a long time ago, and I believe since I bring out student loans for you guys, like loan companies, loan options for you guys, it is my duty to also inform you guys of all of these things that you need to know. And also, what I am going to be telling you is not hearsay or someone or a content creator bringing out the content. No, I am an ambassador for one of these loan companies that I have been mentioning on my channel. I am an ambassador for them. If I were to bring this video last year, the things I would have said would have been different. If I were to bring out this video the year before, the things I would have said would have been different because things keep changing, especially the visa application, the loan requirements, and every other thing. And these loan companies also work with the visa application, like the visa requirement. If the requirement for the country you're going for is changing, their loan options will also change as well. As last year or the year before, they were giving loans to postgraduate students. That's students that are neither in undergraduate courses or master courses. You are just in between. They give loans to those students, but now they don't. They only give loans to bachelor students that are in their third year of study and master students going for a 1 year or 2 years program, even eight months program. So things change as the year goes on. As things change with the immigration, they change as well. So the first thing you have to note, I am going to be saying this again and again and again. The first thing you have to note is that taking up a student loan is not cheap. So if you are taking up a loan, or have it at the back of your mind that it is not cheap. If you're taking up a loan of $50,000 because it's going to cover your education, let's say the total amount of your study is $50,000 for the 2 years that you're going to study, especially if you're going for a master's program. If I were to bring out this video in 2022, at when dollar was around 700 naira to a dollar, you will be paying 35 million times 2. That should be like 70 million naira back as a debt 70 million naira back. So for someone that has never touched 20 million, imagine you paying that amount. Even if you're going to be paying for like 10 years, do you want to be tied down? So know that it is not cheap. It is expensive. If you're taking a loan of $20,000, you'll be paying back $40-something thousand back in loan. And if you don't pay back on time, it will keep increasing. So you have to understand that taking up a student loan is not cheap. The second thing you have to know is there are many other options than taking up a student loan. Oga, is going to affect you financially because most of these loan companies, especially Mpower Finance, the moment you land in that country, the moment you step your feet in that country, that's when you begin to pay up that loan. If you're paying up a loan of $50,000 in the space of 10 years, you start paying $200 every month. Even though $200 is not a lot of money, you can still pay it. You can sometimes it can go like it goes like $200 for like 2 months or 3 months, then to go up to $600 for like 3 months or 4 months, then to go up to $800. That's how it goes. It's not stable. It's not like you're going to be paying $200 every month. So you have to think about these things first. And most of the time, you may not have a job for at least 4 months. 5 months. There are some people that are there before you that don't have a job. I know your case is different. I know you are an NSPP there, and your case is different. What God cannot do does not exist. But let's not put God in that position because there are other people that need God. Think about all of these things first before you put your family in that kind of situation. You don't need it. If you don't need it, don't go for it. The third on my list is before you take up a student loan, make sure you apply. This one is just important because there are so many people in my Telegram asking me questions about this same thing I'm going to mention. Make sure you go through the school website, the loan company website. If it is Mpower Finance you want to take up a loan from, if it is Prodigy Finance, go to their website. they have a list of schools they support. Don't go and take up a school in Obafemi or Awolowo University and come and ask me if you can take up an international student loan. I'm just saying, don't come and ask me, because these loan companies have schools they support. If you go to Empower Finance page, you will see they have, if you're going to Canada to study, they have 24 schools they support in Canada. Filter the list to that 24 schools. If you want to screen grab it, screen grab it. If you want to use your phone to take a picture of it. If you want to write it down, whichever way is best for you to understand the process, do it. Then make your school application from the list. Go through the list one by one, go through the school one by one, and look for the requirements that suits you. If the first school does not accept your kind of program, you go to the next, you will find one that suits you. They have 24 schools in Canada. If you're going to study in the US, they have a lot of schools in the US. Canada, you cannot study study in a college, but in US you can study in colleges. So this is very important. Don't come and ask me that, oh, I've gotten a school with Fafinwa, what's the name of this school? Say, there are so many colleges in Canada that accept people very, very fast, and most students are going to apply for those colleges without even making, you don't have money. You're going to apply first. When application fee is not even cheap. You don't have money to study in this school. You're going to apply. Brother, sister, auntie, uncle. If you don't have money, the first thing you have to do is to go to the loan website. If you're taking up a loan, go to the website and make use of the list they have there, and save yourself the stress of wasting application fee, because that money is not coming back to you. And the next stage is to check your eligibility. So I've listed one, two, three, four. We are on the fourth one right now. The fourth is to check your eligibility. So once you've gotten the loan, so once you've gotten your admission in the schools they support, in one of the schools they support, you can get admission in like 3 different schools as long as they support that school, and apply for the loan with those 3 different schools. Anyone that they give you first is the one that you should go and study. So you check, after you've gotten your admission, the next stage is to go for your eligibility. Eligibility is very important, because if you don't pass this stage, you cannot go to the next stage. And for those of you that will go and get admission in the school they don't support, this stage will just filter you out so that they don't stress themselves. They will not even accept you. This stage is very important, so make sure you get your admission in the schools they support. Get all your documents ready, because they are going to be asking you some personal questions like your means of identification, your name, your date of birth, and your means of identification must match with your name and your date of birth. If you're using, I would advise anybody applying to make use of your international passport, because it is an international passport. Make use of it, and I use it to apply for the loan. They'll ask you the school you're going to study, the program you're going to study, if it is a 1-year program or a 2 years program. If you're going for a bachelor program, make sure you're in your 3rd year before you apply for this loan, because they will just filter you out. So they'll ask you these questions. They will ask you the country you're from. They'll ask you if you are employed. They will ask you your current salary, in how much you make in a year, how much you make in a month, how many hours you work in a year, things like that. Personal questions. They want to know that they are giving their money to someone that is stable in the country they are coming from. Make sure you have all your applications, your documents ready. If you have more documents to back up your claim, use the more documents you have. Like if you're working in a company and you have your employment letter with you, upload your employment letter. If you have your work ID card, and upload it as well. These are additional documents that will strengthen your application. If you have a referral letter from your company, upload it as well. If you have your pay slip, upload it as well, so that they will understand. If you have 2 account details, like account number with lots of money inside, like your money, your savings inside with your name, upload it. So this one will make them understand that you are okay, you are trusted, in the country you are coming from. Like, you are not a joke. And once, even after you apply, it is still left to them to make a decision on your case. And trust me, you can still find a way about it. Like, I don't want to go into that. So don't put your hopes up, and make sure you're applying to, yeah, don't put your hopes up. The fifth tip on my list is take up only what you need. There are some people that their tuition is just $10,000 per year, which is cheap, but it's hardly you hardly find a school that will charge you $10,000 term per year. Sorry, but I'm just using that as an example. And some people will still now go just because they are bringing in their family, and they find out that the school they are going to study will give them, like, the company will give them living expenses. Like for Mpower Finance, Mpower will not give you a living expenses if you're going to study in Canada, but they will give you living expenses if you're going to study in the US. Project Finance, the same thing. I don't know if they give for US, Canada, sorry. So you have to make sure of that. Because they're bringing in their family, they will now go and take up $15,000 or $20,000. It's hardly, oh, you will find a school for 10,000. I'm just saying. Well, let's say your school is $25,000 every year. You now go and take up a loan of $40,000 just because you're bringing in your family. And like I said before, you're paying times two of the loan. So imagine you paying times two of that loan as a new, it's a student though, that you know that you're going to start paying back that loan the moment you land in that country. So don't be penny wise, pound foolish. Don't be like that. Don't do because you're going to abroad. You're going to study abroad. You're going to find work now. They pay in dollar. Yes, they pay in dollar. Yes, the economy is better than where you're coming from. Yes, you're going to make money. Yes, the economy is stable, like a lot of yeses. But guess what? As you're making that money, you're paying taxes, you're paying bills, you're paying a lot of things as a new immigrant before you even settle down, because you have to pay all of those things before you settle down. Like, you stay there for like 18 months before they'll start subsidizing things that you are paying for. So make use of your brain before you take up a loan. Please don't take up what you don't need. If you want, like I said before, if you want to go with your family, make sure you go first before taking your family along. Don't take what you don't need, so that you don't make yourself. I don't want to see any TikTok video saying your story. I don't want you to be a story. I want your testimony to be different. I don't want you to, like, the time you spend wasting all of that building a story that someone will now come and learn from. Please don't do that. Don't make people learn from your story. Not you. It's not. Please make use of your brain. I know you want to travel with your family. You can still travel with your family if you make use of your brain. So the last tip, the last thing you need to know is your credit reports. If you don't pay back your loan on time, or you don't pay at all, because there are some people that are thinking of absconding with the loan. You think you can do that in Nigeria, abscond with the loan, and they will not even go after you. They will not go after you, but it will affect your credit report. And you're going to study in the abroad, where credit report is a requirement before you buy a house, before you take a mortgage, before you rent a house, all of those things, it is a requirement. And you want to abscond with money, they will catch you. They will not catch you and arrest you. It will affect you moving forward. So you have to consider all of those things. I think I've said everything that is important. I have joined some things together in order to prove a point. Things that I'm supposed to list separately, I have joined them together in a point so that it can make you understand where I am coming from. While there are some disadvantages, there are also advantages. If you have any more questions that I have not said in this video, please, you can leave it in the comment section. I'll get back to you. If you found value in this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell by the side, so whenever I post a video like this, YouTube will notify you. So you guys have a nice day. Bye.